Yes people, what's going on? It's creamslice. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are good. Right, before we get into the build, this is really important and I need to kind of get it off my chest. Thank you so much everybody, from whoever's clicked on my videos, liked them, shared them, commented, or even, you know, felt my content was worthy to subscribe to my channel. I cannot thank you guys enough. As you all know, I've been saving up from my YouTube revenue for nearly a year now, and I finally bought myself a PC. Now, I bought my PC because I want to bring you guys the ultimate videos, as in better visual, better sound quality, and all that good stuff. Thank you again for all your support. Like I said, I wouldn't be here without you guys, and I know it might not seem a lot, but a PC to me is a massive thing, so thank you. So yeah, let's crack on with the build. As you can see from this gameplay here, I'm just loading into this Legend Lost sector. I just kind of wanted to test this build out and see where we're up to with it. Now, I know Strand is hotness right now, but let's not forget about art, guys. As we know, pulse grenades had a massive 20% damage increase when Lightfall drops. Now, I know what you're going to think, and you're right. We are using the Heart of Immos Light with this build. I am well under light, as you can see. The Lost Sector is 1830, I'm 1766, and I can assure you guys, if you plan on farming Lost Sectors, this is the build. If you are under light, any activity you are running, this is the build for you. Arc Titan is here to stay. Pulse Grenades, Heart of Immos Light, Infinity abilities. You already know that this is a powerful tool, guys. It is still powerful. It is still broken as ever. Let's go to the subclass. So one of the main important parts of this build is going to be your class ability, and we want to use Thruster because it has the shortest cooldown, and there's a host of things that we can do. The first part of the loop gameplay you want to be doing is dodging before you throw a grenade. That will enhance your grenades with Heart of Immos Light. Thruster is so important. I know it takes away the survivability with a barricade, but it enables for faster cooldowns and insane amount of pulse grenades. So we're using the pulse grenade because it did get a 20% damage buff, and this is where the build really shines, is with Touch of Thunder. With the pulse grenades, it creates ionic traces periodically as it damages targets, and it increases its damage over time. Some of the fragments we're pairing, as you can see from some of the gameplay, when we just throw one pulse grenade, we are getting our pulse grenade back within seconds with the amount of ionic traces we were doing it. Who thought Titans could be the Warlocks and create unlimited traces? It's absolutely insane the amount of traces we can get back off a high health target. We're just using knockout for the amplified, and if a target comes close up to us when we break the shield, it will give us a nice melee damage. So the way you want to set this build up with your fragments is all about jolting everything and creating as many ionic traces as possible to feed back into our Heart of Immos Light on our grenades. So the first thing you want to do, you definitely need Spark of Ions. Defeating a jolted target creates an ionic trace. This pairs with Touch of Thunder's ionic traces, so that's where we're able to get maybe 4 or 5 ionic traces off one high health target. With them two combined, in turn will give you insane cooldowns. The next fragment is Spark of Shock. Our arc grenades jolt targets, so as soon as we throw a pulse grenade, periodically it's going to damage everything, and it's going to chain jolt to everything. We've got Spark of Resistance for a 25% damage resistance when we are surrounded by enemies. And the last fragment you want to be using is Spark of Magnitude. This will increase the length of our pulse grenades. So the longer the length, just forget I said that. The longer our grenades down, obviously the more damage it creates. So this is perfect with pulse grenades. Where this build really shines is when we create an orb of power, and we can do that pretty much all the time with the setup that we've got. Having volatile rounds and being able to shock enemies with jolt, it is absolutely insane. It's so powerful. Being able to jolt everything and having volatile rounds, it's immense, guys. Honestly, it melts everything. So we need volatile flow. We're using the funnel web SMG. So we'll go over the mods really quickly. I'm using void siphon and kinetic siphon to create orbs of power. We have 2 grenade kickstarts on the arms, so when we have armor charges and we throw our grenade, it's going to feed into the loop of the Heart of Inmos Light with our thruster. Then we have firepower. When we get a grenade kill, it will create the orb of power for us. Got charged up, so this will increase the amount of stacks of armor charges we can carry. Our survivability with this build when we are not using our weapons is going to be emergency reinforcements. Next, on the boots, we've got stacks on stacks, so when we pick up an orb of power, it grants an additional armor charge. So like I always say, this way we can hold up to 3 to 4 armor charges with the set that we have. Then we have recuperation for health regen when we pick up an orb of power, and innovation, reduce our grenade cooldown when we pick up an orb of power. So we are just creating orbs of power everywhere that's going to feed into our grenades, our pulse grenade regen. Then this is really a high quality mod with this build, Reaper. So when we use our thruster and we get a grenade kill, it's going to create 2 orbs of power, guys. So then it's going to refresh our health, it's going to give us grenade energy back, it's going to proc volatile rounds, and it's just perfect with what we're trying to do. We've got double bomber on the class item, so then we have even reduced cooldowns on our grenades when we use our dodge. So yeah, that is pretty much the build, guys. It's really powerful, and it still is broken as ever. I hope you like it. I'm Cream Slice. Thank you again. Peace.